What the Bass? Hi, welcome back to another episode of What the... No, I'm not doing that again. Yeah, it's been quite a while, and that's just because the last episode took a really long time, and I'm kind of scared for how long this one's gonna take. Hopefully this one won't take me a month to edit, but last time, we built this ship part here, and honestly, I'm really happy with this ship part. It's definitely a pretty big style change for the level as a whole, but I think it turned out pretty well. I think I got the style pretty decently. I like the complementary colors in there, you know? There are no pulses in this part, I've just realized. But that is not a today thing, that's a later thing, because today we're going to be continuing this part into the song where it kind of goes like... But the first thing I actually want to do is I want to make a background. Not where I normally start. Actually, I think it's exactly where I started with the previous part here, but oh well. But we're starting here today as well, and we're also going to be doing some stuff with shaders for the background, because I saw this level quite a while ago. It just popped up in my recommendation page on YouTube. A level called Sigma Wave, and there's a part, this part right here, where the background looks really, really cool. I love how like the structures in the foreground kind of obscure a lot of the background, but you still like see that kind of like spacey, astral type background. I kind of want to try and do something like that, and I don't know how well I'm going to be able to do that, but we'll see. We'll see how we go. First things first, let's go to layer 15. Screw it. I want a layer where nothing's on it, and I want to use some of these guys, some particles that like spin around. Let's just keep it to player color for now, and let's just place a bunch of these around. So you can see that kind of creates like a starry type background. Want to add some glow in there as well, just to kind of spice it up a little bit. Nothing super crazy. This is just kind of a temporary background to just test the shaders on. And I want to make sure these are all on B4, I think. Yeah. Now let's go ahead and let's place a shader trigger here to make sure that all the shaders just go on B4, just like so. And if I preview shaders here, you can see that places them in the background because of the shader before, but let me just disable all here. Does that... Yeah, that works. And with that, we should be able to do a few different things. So let's first of all, I guess just go kind of crazy with them. I don't know which ones we want to do or which ones we don't, but motion blur. Holy moly, that looks kind of crazy. Okay. What about chromatic glitch? What will that do? Ooh, yeah, okay, I like that, I like that. I do kind of want to make all of these dots white, actually. Honestly, I think with those shaders, it could be quite neat. Say, for example, I just like build something like that, right? And that's like on top. How does that look like with the background there? It's kind of cool. It's kind of neat, man. Let's just randomly select a bunch of this glow, shall we? I can kind of select it in sections almost as well. So I'll do like that section as well. And then I can adjust the hue a little bit, make it a bit bluer. So it's like, you know, it adds a little bit more variation. Just do some stuff like that, you know? Yeah, that's cool. And there's got the scan lines across as well, which is part of the chromatic glitch thing. We can get rid of that if we want, but honestly, I'm kind of fine with having them there. They're very subtle, and I think they add to it, honestly. Okay, honestly, I think I'm going to leave it at this for now. I've been messing around with this for about 15 minutes. I think that's probably fine. I think that's good. So now I want to go ahead and start building, I guess, some of the actual block design here. Holy moly, I got so distracted by that background that my coffee is almost cold. Now, I want the structuring to be mostly closed off. Like, I want only, like, small windows into the background to be visible. I should probably decide what game mode we want to do as well. I don't want to continue with the ship necessarily. Could go with a wave, honestly. And if I do, like, a wave, and then with the wave, not necessarily have like slopes like this, but I can do some structures kind of like this that you have to weave between. I think that could be kind of sick. I'm looking for a very specific pixel block here. I mentioned it in a video pretty recently. Dude, it's so annoying. There's so many pixel blocks. I don't know which one is which. Here, these guys. Yeah, I want to use some of these pixel blocks because they're kind of like awesome and cool and epic. What if I even, okay, what if I set these to, well, they're kind of already blending. If I flip these on top of each other, that's a crazy looking block. That's an insane looking block. Whoa, hold up. Okay, maybe mix that with like 2.0 brick pillars. I kind of like that actually. Wait, hang on. I do want to use these 2.0 bricks because I think they're awesome. What if we chuck some like lava in there? Oh, we're really getting the what the base style here. Okay, yeah, I dig that. I dig that. Then what if I use some of the, oh, actually, yeah, just overlaying those over the top there is kind of gives a bit of an interesting effect. I like that. Okay. I kind of don't want these to be pillars necessarily though. So I'm going to stash those away for now because I do want like very solid blocks that kind of snake around. That's kind of what I want to do here. Yeah, structure a bit like that, right? And yeah, I'm not super happy with these blocks to be honest. How about I keep these for like bright blocks that kind of go in the corners? Maybe I can do thicker outlines for those as well. Could be neat. And if I add a little bit of glow on those, that can like kind of accentuate that as well. I also want to make sure that behind the structure is like completely blacked out pretty much, just to make sure that no background seeps through, right? Something like that, yeah. And then what I can probably even do as well is chuck like a symbol in the middle of that. A music note. Or I can do like that little guy. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I like that. The little dude in there. And then I can probably even make him rotate around. So what's the rotating group that we use like right at the start here? Yeah, you can see he rotates around. That's awesome. That's great. Okay. I still feel like this is a bit bright though. Oh, wait, green is the accent color, isn't it? Okay, I'm gonna make it green. Give me a sec. Alright, I've made it green. That looks good. I'm happy with that. Alright, cool. So I guess let's just copy paste that to all of the corners then. Now for the rest of these. Could always go the 2.0 bricks. Let's give those a look. If I set those to like black, for example, that's a good start. Having those over the top are kind of cool. Maybe if I chuck some glow in between the bricks and those things on the top. Ah, like that. Yes. Okay. That is the big glow. All right. Let me go ahead and scale that on the Y then. Just a bit so it like gives a little bit better of a tint. Yeah, I like that. And then what if I take these, right? If I copy paste these and then make them like bright purple color, then if I shift those over by one to the right, you can see that kind of gives them a bit of a backing to them. Oh yeah, that's cool. Maybe I'll shift them down instead though. Yeah, it's kind of neat. It's interesting. It's certainly interesting. Now for these pillar ones, I want to do something a little bit different, I think. What if I do something with the... Oh, no. Okay, I know what I want to do with those. I want to use them later, but not now. Maybe I can use some of the... Oh, what the hell did I just do there? I don't know, but it's not what I wanted to do. I want to make the outside black blending, and then I want to make the inside like a bit of a brighter pinker color. This one. There we go. Okay, and then to make sure that has a bit of a backing to it, I'm going to make a new one, and then make that color 7, so that it like backs behind it, so it like kind of stands out against that background, right? And then I can go ahead and probably just make some glow. Kapow, like so. Half space that, and how does that look? The glow's behind. Glow on top. How does that look? Yeah, that's cool. Maybe lower the brightness of the glow a little bit so it's not quite as like intense and a bit muddy, because I feel like the glow gets a bit muddy there. Just enough to enhance it. Like that's it without the glow, and that's it with just a little tiny bit of glow. I like that. I don't know. I've spent a lot of time on this one block design. I'm not gonna lie. So I think I might just like create a bunch more blocks and then just kind of fill in these little brick designs with like whatever I feel like, pretty much. That's kind of what I'm gonna do, I think. Okay, fun idea for this one down here. What if I go ahead and grab some... Where are the text objects nowadays? Still in the orb tab for some reason. Okay, if I grab some text here, right? Just make them D. Scale it down a little bit and then just have like D block blocks. You know what I'm saying? That's awesome. So you know that they're D blocks because they've got Ds there. They're spinning around. Oh, sometimes I wonder, like, if my genius will ever be matched, you know? Creative genius, you know what I'm saying? It looks so stupid. Wait. Okay, genius idea, right? Genius idea. If I take these D block objects, right? Kind of expand those upwards like so. But these aren't going to have D blocks on them. So what if I just put a cross through the Ds? There's no D blocks here, not D block. And there we go. That is the last of the black designs. Some of them are better than others, but honestly, I'm not too fussed. Just a lot of like random designs in here that I'm like really happy with. Also, there's a pretty big gap in the middle of the level there, or in the middle of the part, rather. This is like very much towards the end of the level. We're almost done with the level, actually. But this part in the middle, I do want to do something a little bit different for, but before I do that, I feel like I should work out something to chuck in the middle of these. At the moment, they're just giant black voids, and yeah, I'm not super happy with them, to be honest. Maybe what I could do is just like mix in a bunch of these like basic blocks here, like so, and then that can kind of fill in the middle. Yeah, I like that. I think that's cool. I do kind of want to make them a little bit less bright, so they're just like a little bit more subtle there, right? And then I want to add in a little bit of a shadow here as well. So if I just chuck some like, oh my lord, where's the button there? Couldn't find the A button. If I just chuck some glow in there and then make that like half opacity like so, that kind of adds a bit of a shadow there. It's subtle, but it is there, and that kind of just separates these blocks out here from the background there. Yeah, that's cool. I really like that, actually. I think that's awesome. Okay, cool. It could probably do with something else in there, but honestly, I don't really know what that would be. Actually, okay, I have an idea. If I take some of like this lightning here, right? And if I just copy paste these these like say that far apart and then just rotate them like so. Well, I can just do that and then scale them all up so that they're like all connecting to each other, just like so. And then now we kind of have just like a ring of electricity, and I can kind of have that rotating in the middle here. I think would be quite neat. Could even chuck another one on the inside of it so they're rotating in opposite directions or something. Yeah, that's cool. I think that adds to it. I think that's neat, yeah. And we could also reuse these little designs that we came up with before inside of some of these structures. So like some of these smaller ones, maybe, like I can chuck those in there. I don't know. For now, I think let's go ahead and let's fill all of these out with the like basic blocks here. Oh, I should probably commentate before I just start building again. I built all of these. I'm thinking I might put some like lightning in the bottom. I kind of like this lightning theme of inside the blocks. I think it's kind of neat, so I might chuck that. Oh, and it lines up perfectly. Oh, beautiful. Okay, so now I want to do something in here. I don't want to do another rotating object in here necessarily. Some pillars of some sort would probably be better. Yeah, I could do some more bricks. I like bricks. Bricks are neat. Okay, but we need something in the middle. Otherwise, it looks a bit goofy. I can stick with the 2.0 theme by adding some of these in the middle, perhaps. Make it feel nice and 2.0, and then I can go ahead and have some glow layered behind these, but above that. I'm just kind of going with the flow here. Just kind of doing whatever I feel like, seeing how it pans out, and hoping it pans out well. And it seems to a lot of the time. All right, cool. I think this part is coming together quite... Oh, I need to do this still. I really love these objects here, so I might use one of these. And maybe copy paste that again so that they're two like kind of overlapping like that. It's kind of neat. Yeah, I like that. And yeah, there we go. That is all of these block designs done. Now I got to design something for the middle here. And actually these aren't done because I do want to do something in these little gaps that are like between the structures here. Because again, I want the background to be decently closed off. You know, I don't want the background to be like in your face. But before we do that, yeah, I need to do something in the center here. Could probably do some slopes, do like a mini wave part. Oh yeah, okay, I'm doing that. I love mini wave. Mini wave is like the best game mode, bro. Okay, maybe not the best game mode. It's like, it's okay. Is this too hard? I don't know if that, I feel like that might be too hard. I think that's too hard for an insane demon, I won't lie. It's kind of ridiculous. Although it doesn't need to be too much easier. If I just select these top ones and then maybe half space them. Yeah, that's gotta be easy enough, right? That's fine. The transitions in and out are a bit weird. I think I could work on that a bit more. Cool, and then in terms of decoration for this, I think I want to start off by blacking out the slopes that are like this close here. Or actually, maybe what I could do, ooh, okay, hear me out, right? Hear me out. Let's chuck some slopes here that are on color 40, the pink blending color. And I'll just do it on the bottom for now. But if I do that, right, and then chuck some of these over the top, but make them black, it's not exactly how I envisioned, to be honest. I want them to be a little bit darker. So maybe if I copy paste those, it's better, but I don't love how big these gaps are in here. I don't think these are the blocks that I want to use. I could do these ones and make them black. Yeah, that looks a lot nicer actually. And then if I add some glow to add some like shading to it, that would be nice, yeah. And then for these bottom bits, I can do something a little bit different, which I don't know what I'm gonna do for those yet. Okay, so I just got rid of all those slopes because hear me out, right? 9 circles effect. Does everyone just come to the conclusion that they want to do a 9 circles effect when they like make slopes like this? I don't know, but I want to do a 9 circles effect. So let me make that group 447. I'm going to link those together actually. 448, 449, and 450. So they like go all the way down like so. And I think I want to copy paste these down as well, like that. Okay, sure. I think that kind of works. But what I also would like to do is let's go to the glow layer. The glow layer, my beloved. And let's chuck some, maybe like this glow here. And I want to warp that so that it's like in line with the slope. So if I could deselect that and then warp it again. It's not quite visible enough. I'm going to have to do it with this one. Nice. Yeah, that just separates all the layers really nicely. I dig that. Okay, so now I want to flip those upwards. Make those 451. Let's spawn trigger those and chuck them on a spawn loop. Nice. That looks cool. I like that. I dig that. Nice. So now I just need to go ahead and do the same thing, but for the top section. All right, let's go. That's a lot of 9 circles effect. Okay, well, I do like this, but it is very repetitive, I do have to admit. So maybe what I could do is add, we're going right back to early 2.1 with this, but what if I add some puzzle pieces over the top? This is such a stupid thing to do, but like, if I just, oh, not quite that big, but like scale up a puzzle piece a little bit and rotate it like so, I'll make the outside the green color just to like incorporate that a little bit more. I want to make sure that's like really, really bright. And then the inside I want to be, I guess, black. Make sure that's laid above literally everything. And yeah, I think that's kind of neat. May as well chuck a couple of them around. Why not? And then I'll grab a different piece, maybe like this one, I don't know. And then I'll have the same kind of coloration, but just have that as like a smaller one, just to add a bit more variation to it, right? Weird, stupid little detail, but yeah, why not? How does that look in Ormo? Does that look really stupid and dumb and stupid? I'm keeping that. I'm keeping that. Why not, bro? Why not? Is it a little bit dumb? Sure it is. Sure, but yeah, it's funny. I like it. Okay, so these spikes I want to do something with as well. Maybe, okay, this is going to be a crazy idea, right? Insane idea, but what if I just make them green? Make them green, then copy paste, layer them below, and then make them black on the inside just to give a bit of a backing to them. Yeah, I like that. And then I can go to the block tab here, and if I scroll to where the spike deco is, which for some reason is in the block tab, go to like layer 1 and chuck some spikes with some glow to give that a bit of a shine to it. Yeah. If I hide these, do those still show the... No, they don't. Okay, nice. I can hide the D blocks. Epic. Yeah, I think that's decent. I think I do want to do something a little bit more though. It's a little bit lame not having anything in them. So maybe I can chuck like some of these guys, layer them above and then make them black. Just as some form of extra little deco in there. Yeah, I think that looks pretty decent. So I guess let's apply that design to the half spikes, which for that, I think I'm just going to scale Y. Okay, cool. I think those look pretty neat, and I can kind of chuck them around in other places as well. Can chuck a couple in there, just a couple around the place, you know, just to like utilize them in a few more spots. Okay, well, I think that is all of the main design done for this part. We've got the background, we've got the block designs in. Now I just want to add a few more little details around the place to kind of fill in a bit more space so the background doesn't shine through too much, like in between these structures and stuff, along with some other little details just to kind of fill the space out a little bit more, right? So first of all, what do we want to do between these sections? I'm kind of feeling like I want to do almost like a moon base type vibe with this, so I don't know how I'm going to pull that off, but... Or even, oh wait, okay, this is not moon base at all, but like, what if I do some rocks? Some of these like 2.1 rocks and then use these blocks, how do they line up? Like that, okay. Kind of copy paste them across, make them black even? Well, not quite black. It's like a dark gray type thing. Could be kind of neat. Yeah, but it needs something purple over the top. So maybe I can do some form of like man-made thing that's kind of holding the rocks in, perhaps? Maybe some slopes like this that are kind of sitting here, like that type of thing. Yeah. Oh, and then even give them the pulsing groups for these. Okay, yeah. So what are these? These are 447. And then what I can do, because these are pulsing very bright, I want them to be a little bit darker. What I can do is adjust the HSV just like so to make them pulse darker, because that affects the pulses as well. So now you can see they're a little bit darker, which I think is quite neat. And then what I can go ahead and do is just maybe put some black glow to kind of shadow between these like bits here and the rocks. Okay, that's neat. I like that. And then I can probably have some spikes kind of sticking out of them. Okay, yeah, that's good. That's good. And then I can free move some of those spikes just kind of sticking out of there like that. I think that works quite well to fill in the space, if I do say so myself. So let's do that for some of the other gaps if I can. Or even, wait, okay, instead of doing those spikes, right, I remember seeing, where are they? Are they in the build tab? Yeah, these crystals here. These crystals could be quite cool if I select them to be that color. And I can kind of chuck those in instead of having these spikes. Yeah, I like those a lot better than the spikes, I won't lie. That's neat, yeah. And then I can add a little bit of glow to kind of accentuate that as well. Yeah, that looks really cool. I really, really like that. Okay, cool. Hell yeah, hell yeah. All right, so I filled in a few more of these gaps around the place just like so. And honestly, this part's really coming together. I think there's two more things that I want to do. Although every time I say that, there's always more. But for now, there's two more things I want to do. First of all, I want to use some of these guys here as like some deco that kind of goes over the background. I always thought these looked like kind of boxes that are stacked up. You can kind of do like a decent amount with them. I've seen audiovisual use these a couple times, and and they're a good creator, so let me just steal what they do. Not stealing, it's not stealing, it's fine, it's fine. I'm sure they weren't the first to do this either, just quietly, but yeah, I think it looks nice, so I'm gonna do some of these. All right, cool, we've got a few of those around the place. I'm probably gonna delete a couple in a second because I also want to do some pillars going up and down here. Once again, kind of obscure the background a little bit more, not a huge amount, but just like obscure it a bit, give a bit more variation, you know, that type of thing. What I want to do for the pillars, I'm not too sure though. I don't really know. Wait, I can actually finally use the block that I wanted to use right at the beginning of this episode. Maybe this one could be a good background. Yeah, I'm not sold on the colors, but I think it looks nice, yeah. More saturation, not less, and more brightness. Ooh, holy moly. Okay, I got the colors right, guys. I don't even know if I want to add glow to that. I think that's just fine how it is. Okay, cool. Actually, what I could do is a glow beam. Glow beam, my favorite. Just squish a couple bits of glow together. Let's give them a nice blending color, like so. And if I layer that, yeah, it'll have to be B2 because they're blending, but I can kind of just chuck those like so. That goes down the center. Is that good? Okay, I mess with the hue like tons, and that's kind of cool, honestly. It's very different to what I was initially going for. I was gonna make it less intense, but I made it more intense. But honestly, I kind of like that. I think that's cool. I think having this black line right behind it makes it look a little bit weird. So maybe what I can do, I have no idea if this is gonna work, but if I scale a block on the X a lot smaller and then try and like match the color, so we just fill in that section in the middle, and then so that looks a lot cleaner, I guess. I think that's cool, yeah, sure. What if it's a bit more on the blue side of things? Like a bright blue? A blue laser kind of looks sick. Not what you'd expect from the color scheme of this part, but I really like that, dude. Okay, yeah, I'm doing that. This is a goofy level. We can go wild with the colors. We can do absolutely whatever we want. There's no one stopping me. You can't stop me. And then I'm just going to get rid of any of these things that are kind of overlapping the pillars because I don't want them to overlap the pillars necessarily. And I'll just get rid of a few of them in general because they're a bit obtrusive. There's a bit too many of them, you know? All right, nice. That's looking really cool, actually. I love the laser beams. All right, nice. Well, I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to call this part complete. Yeah, not as long of a part as like this ship part here, but honestly, I needed to make a shorter part. This ship part took me like 7 hours to record and a whole month to edit. It literally took me a month to edit that, so I needed to just relax a little bit, slow it down a little bit, you know, just kind of build some stuff, and that's what I did here, and I'm really happy with how this part turned out. But anyway, that's enough from me. Let's do a full showcase of the level, shall we? Nice, there we go, dude. Oh my god. That took like a while to try and get a no-clip showcase, I won't lie. This level might be extreme demon difficulty. I don't know, I wanted it to be insane, it might be extreme, we'll see how we go. Anyway, for now, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm going to end this episode off here. Sorry it's been a while. I want to do them a little bit more frequently and hopefully release a level relatively soon. But yeah, either way, thank you so much for watching. Really hope you enjoyed. And of course, huge thank you to all of the members, as always, especially Invdu, Random Visitor, Contron, and Zuxwa. It takes me a second to remember these names sometimes, I'm sorry. Anyway, thank you guys, really, really appreciate it. Thanks everyone, I'll see you later.